we are very grateful for the cooperation of the Malaysian government, as we are very grateful for the huge assistance by the Australian Federal Police, both in Australia and overseas, and the Royal Malaysian Police, the government of course, and a very big part was the Commonwealth Federal Attorney General's Department, with whom the international extradition process is managed. I can tell you, as of a few moments ago, I've been informed that the arrested pair have appeared in a Malay court, and they were arrested on a provisional Malaysian warrant by Malaysian police. They've been remanded for the customary 60 days when the case will resume in Malaysia. And I emphasise that it is a matter for the Malaysian government. It is a decision by the Malaysian courts and an operation conducted there by the Malaysian police, of which we're very grateful, and we await the outcome of their decision. At this point, I'm quite happy to take questions that are within my knowledge and within the legal bounds that I can answer.
So, would it be fair to say that the timing of the police action and the cooperation of Malaysian authorities, your fear was that the three of them, the mother, father and the toddler, could just disappear?
That is in these type of situations, that is a minute-by-minute consideration, yes.
And how close was it to that happening? How did you know where they were, is what I'm getting at?
That's not something I'm prepared to share publicly.
So was it at the airport?
I'm not prepared to share that publicly.
When were they arrested?
They were arrested on 7th of August.
And was it just the three of them? Were there any more travelling with them?
The child wasn't arrested, the parents were arrested on provisional warrants, yeah.
Or was it just the three in the travelling party, or no other children or no other?
The arrest was carried out by the Malaysian authorities, and I must stress we need to be very respectful of their operations and their business, and I'm not in a position to go any further as to what they did and in what manner. Sorry.
So the matter from here is, whilst it's under a Malaysian jurisdiction, that officers from here will apply for extradition. Is the offence carried out in Malaysia, or is it an Australian offence?
The offence of removing the child is carried out in South Australia. Warrants were issued for the parents in South Australia under our jurisdiction. We've now applied for the extradition process. Provisional warrant was executed, and now the Federal Attorney General Department have carriage of that process. So as to the details of that, you need to refer to them, then they'll assist you on that, but that's as far as in generalisation that I can go.
So the aim is to extradite them here expeditiously. They won't be in Malaysia for the next 60 days, one would have thought. The authorities, if they've cooperated, they'll send them back here. Is that the aim?
I prefer that you speak to the Federal Attorney General's Department as to the process and that, because we're venturing into an area that there is very clear guidelines and processes, and I'm not prepared to go into their process.
Can we ask then if it's a police matter?
Yes.
Number one, why the parents lost custody of the child, and do police consider that the child at any stage was in danger, physical danger?
I'm only in a position today to speak of the arrests in Malaysia and the intention of South Australia Police to return them to South Australia. Anything before that I'm not prepared to talk about.
Do these parents have a criminal record?
I'm not prepared to talk about that, I'm sorry. You know I can't answer that question.
What nationality are the parents?
I'm not prepared to answer that either, I'm sorry.
Did the grandparents, if they delayed, which you're alleging delayed for 24 hours notifying, and you said notifying police of this, were the grandparents aware of the severity of what they were doing in withholding that information?
Well, I don't want to prejudice their situation. It is 19 years imprisonment for the principal offenders, and that's a matter between them and their lawyers now. That matter is before our courts.
But the point I'm making is that there may be dozens of families that are in a similar situation who would think all I'm doing is giving the the child back to the parents. But your warning surely would be that, as you've just said, that the penalties can be quite severe for breaking an order, a guardianship order.
Yes.
How regularly were the parents in contact with their child?
You're going into details I'm not prepared to discuss. That's pre this extradition situation. I'm quite happy to take general questions about the arrest overseas and as far as I can go there. I'm not prepared at all, under any circumstances, to talk about what led to the child being removed and the details surrounding that. And I know that you understand that.
Okay.
How did the parents leave? How did they leave Australia? Was it from Adelaide Airport on a commercial flight? Was it their passage to Malaysia?
They flew to Malaysia, yeah.
On a commercial flight from Adelaide Airport.
Yes.
Can you say which airline?